is it? It's that time. What time is it? It's that time. Welcome back, everyone. I am Amethyst, the Lioness of Videography. And today we're going to be talking about my background story. How did I get into this? Guys, I was gonna do basketball professionally. That's what I was headed to until I went to this certain high school. Now, before we go into it, update. I returned that Microsoft mouse back using my MX Master 3 mouse. My baby. Oh my god, it's doing me justice. It's doing me justice, guys. So I want to before I start going into telling my story, I want to read my about section in my YouTube channel. All right. Welcome to our channel. I am the Lioness of Videography, and we will be discussing visual audio representation in the media. I have 10 years of experience in studies in media and communications. This channel is committed to the engagement and contribution of learning and discussing editing techniques and the effectiveness of visual representation. I'm looking forward to having meaningful conversations and relationships with this community. And I am. Guys. I am enjoying myself. I hope you are enjoying yourself as well. And so let's get into it. How did I come up with the name Amethyst? All right, here it is. Sek is an abbreviation for Sekhmet. Sekhmet is the Egyptian lioness goddess, right? And from the school, even though I already had the name picked out before the interview, the exclusive interview where I didn't even know I didn't know. I didn't even know I was going to do that interview. I was just there to put in some work and help film for that NCAA Final Four event. Because I remember as a kid, I participated in that event. And to be like on a different side was very exciting. So when you go back to my editing and video work playlist, you can see it's called JYTV exclusive video, and it's under the Lioness of Videography. They gave me that title. The magnet coordinator gave me that title. So it kind of blends in with the lioness, the Egyptian lioness, and the Lioness of Videography, right? Boom. Amethyst. I just love the color purple, guys. I just love the color purple. That's it. So that's how I came up with that name. All right. So 8th grade, I was just worried about basketball and band, really. Okay. But going into the magnet program at Jack Yates High School in Houston, Texas, it was a dream. There was ups and downs, of course, but it was a dream. I found my passion. Oh my God. And I am forever grateful. Okay. So this is what happened the first year in high school. So I was a part of the magnet program, the SOC program, School of Communications. And first there was a rotation. You know, as freshmen, we got to see what class do we want to be in? What type of career do we want to pursue? And so there was a rotation, except for I was in journalism year round. I was good at journalism. Absolutely loved it. Enjoyed the assignments and everything and the events. And I was good at it. I just didn't have a passion for it. And I had to Tell the teacher like, hey, I know I'm good. I know I'm good, but I don't want to do this. No. Um, so it was like we wrote a newspaper magazine. We wrote a yeah, that was our final, writing a magazine in a group. Oh my God. So that was a lot of writing, getting stories, getting interviews. That's a lot of components, which seeps into radio and film. So I had that skill. And then, so I was in journalism year round. Lucky me. And we was like in each class for, I want to say 4 to 6 weeks for the year. I remember the first class I was in was photography. Shout out to Mr. Ray Carrington III. He is a big influential person in the community. Oh my God. Excellent, excellent teacher, photography teacher. Me, other students, y'all couldn't argue with us that y'all can find a better photographer than our photography teacher. No. Mm-mm. No. But this is what happened in photography. Absolutely not photography, guys. Not for me. So this is what happened. We was learning the aperture and the camera lenses and the f-stops and everything. I got the book thing down. But actually doing it, this is what tripped me up. So we had to practice and we had an assignment, a final assignment to go in the dark room. Go in the dark room. The dark room is dark. You can't see nothing. Nothing. Go in the dark room. There's no light because if light seeps in, it would destroy the film. It would destroy it. So there's no light. And we have to take the film out of the camera, transfer it into a tube, close the tube, and then get out the dark room. Guys, I failed. I failed. I failed. I failed. I got a 0. How did I explain that to my mama? Mama, no, this is what happened. She was mad. I was mad too. I'm like, God dang it. I failed. I'm not doing this class no more. I'm definitely not choosing this class. But photography it will help you with filming, okay? I'm not gonna say, but that part, that was just like a turn on, like, sir, I like you, but no way. No way. I'm not choosing your class. So that happened, you guys. I'm like, oh my God. Now, other people got it. The other students got it. That's fine. Great to you. Hope you like the class, but I'm not coming back here. Okay. So one of the next rotation classes in the magnet program, SLC program, was printing. Shout out to Mr. Ronnie Morgan. Oh my God, printing. What I remember the most is him telling us it is a billion-dollar industry. I'm not sure if those numbers went up or went down, but everybody needs something printed, from t-shirts to labels to business cards. And there was like these, like, we had the machines to do the t-shirts, guys. We had the machines, yes. And Jack Yates High School, we didn't need to go to another company to get our t-shirts printed. We can print them right there. We can get the material and print it right there because we got the equipment. And we had some fly shirts. We had some fly shirts from basketball, football. I think the debate team, like, our shirts was fly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I did not want to do printing. That's like, nah, 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 not this one, not this one. It's not this one. Good to learn. And it was like so many other components with different hues and stuff. I'm like, I'm not trying to do science in your class. Now, if I get a chance to learn how to print a t-shirt, how to do a t-shirt, I would definitely do it. I would definitely learn. Because guess what? That's another income, guys. It's another income. As a content creator, if you want to sell merchandise, mostly t-shirts, sweatshirts, you have to go to them. But if you already have the skill, you can do it yourself, save money, and service other people. We all can't do it, but it's just a suggestion into something to think about. So printing was not it. Graphic design. The next class was graphic design. I was like, look, I can't draw. I can't draw for nothing. I already know I'm not gonna pick your class, but let's see what you got. What you got? What you got, Mr. Eden? What you got? Yeah, no. It was a lot of components. It was a lot of components. I forget. I think we did. I think we did. I think we did use Adobe Photoshop. I remember doing a business card. That was one of our assignments, was to do a business card. So I was working with foregrounds, backgrounds, depth, um, using the pen tool, you know. Ah! Grizzly, hey Grizzly. Grizzly said 3D stick figures. Oh my, I am horrible at drawing. Look, I'm glad we didn't have to draw. I'm gonna get to something similar to that towards the end in my last year in high school. It's so funny, but yeah, it's like no, I can't draw. Like I'm not picking your class. Let's see what I can learn from this. Let's see what skills I can bring to what I really want to do. So graphic design was not it, but shout out to that class. Great things. Design. It's design. You're creating something. That takes a lot. It takes a lot, guys. Like a person cannot think of anything yet. And it probably takes days or weeks or even years. But when they get it, and it costs this much money. It can be $1 million idea and they put it down, patent it, copyright it, and bam, you're making money. So I still have love for all these classes, but graphic design was not it. Now the TV class, I definitely did not want to go because I already knew it was going to be crowded. I do not like crowded classes. I was like, oh no, I don't want to be on face. I don't want to show my face, guys. I was shy. I used to be real shy. I did not want to show my face, even though I could have worked behind the camera. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. No, leave me alone. But I got tired of doing the current events assignments. That was annoying, and then it was just the class was so crowded. I'm glad we didn't have COVID back then during that time, but it was so crowded, guys. Everybody was talking about, oh, I'm being in TV. I'm going to be in TV. I'm like, dang, okay, whatever. Bye. Now, radio class. The radio class. This is the class I chose. I went in there. Mr. Strong. Oh my gosh. Shout out to him. Oh my God. Mr. Strong. He called it like it was. Hey, we here for business. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, what we gonna be learning, things? Oh, we're gonna be working with software, editing. I'm like, editing? Like editing music? Like I can finally learn how to edit music and take out the cuss words so my mama won't be yelling at me. That sounds nice. I always wanted to learn how to do it. I was always intrigued especially like when I was at the YMCA when I was younger. Like, how do you do the music like that? Nobody wanted to tell me. Nobody wanted to tell me. I just wanted to know at that time, not to be shown. Like, how do you do it? Trying to figure out the science behind it. Now, even before that, I taught myself how to burn CDs, guys, putting music on CDs, just any songs I want. So I made so many CDs. I don't even know, guys. I don't even know how many I made, but my mama let me do it. She said, as long as you don't put no virus on my computer. I'm like, okay, mama, bye. See you later. Just going in, focusing, in the zone, putting the music. Oh, I want this. Making playlists. Got to figure out a way how to download the music, and I figured it out. Begging my sister, what's that software you use to get your music, And then it quickly went from CDs to MP3 players. It went that fast. I'm like, well, music player, here we go. I already know how to download the music. So, all right, fine. I'll just do it on my own because back in the day we had that boom box or that CD player. And when I was taking a shower, when I wanted to dance, plug it up, put my CD in, the CD I made. I remember going to Family Dollar, buying $5 worth of CDs, Memorex CDs, because I wanted to do more CDs. I needed more music. All this music I started to like and trying to dance. Like, I like to dance. I want to do something. So that ties into the radio class, why I chose the radio class. And I already knew a lot of people didn't want to be in that class. The class was small. It was small. And I had no problem with that. Now, so I chose radio at the end of my first year, got approved and everything, of course, because I'm a great student. And then the next year, the second year in high school, I was so happy to be in that class. It started off with like 6 of us. Then it went down to 4 of us or 5. I didn't care. I had so much fun. I really did have a lot of fun. This is why I had fun. So we came in before school started, everything, went to orientation. And I went to go check out the class and everything, radio class, to like talk to the teacher. Guess what? A brand new studio. Oh my God. I was so happy. Guys, they installed a new studio inside the classroom. It was so beautiful. Like we could actually broadcast. We could actually broadcast from the class. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Oh my God, I can't wait to use it. And we learned how to use it. We learned how to properly use it. And it was very fun. We were very engaging. 4 of us were very engaging, so, we did the thing. A lot of other people, we know they was jealous. We got some new equipment. I think the radio teacher said it was like $5,000 for school. That's a lot. $5,000. So it was amazing. That's how we come in starting the new school year, where I officially started the radio class. So we started editing using Adobe Audition. Guys, I stayed on there. It got to a point was like, hey, when I need access to this software when I'm at home because I want to do some other things. And I got that software. I got access to I still got access to that software now. The old school version 1.5, Adobe Audition 1.5. I don't care, but it still gets the work done. Cause I know, I know. But if I do decide to use a newer version of Adobe Audition, okay, fine. That's fine. Let's see. I can still work it. I had my magic work. I was experimenting, like asking other artists that I found that not too many people know about, like, hey, can I use your music? This is what we have to do on Twitter, asking them, hey, can I have permission to use your music? And they was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Grab a snippet of it, um, put my introduction in the beginning, and then put their part of the music, and it went hard. It went hard, like, okay. One of the major things I remember is like the frustration of finding a platform, a website where we can upload our tracks or record. It was it was like 3 different websites before I found SoundCloud, guys. That was my first time using SoundCloud, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to do some recording. We about to be in this, and I was on there with another classmate where we was this close, doing stuff like, okay, check my stuff out. Okay, check my stuff out. Oh yeah, you did that. Okay. Maybe you could have did this and this, you know, but we did that. Okay, which Grizzly, if I may take you off course for a bit, why do you do YouTube? What's the motivation? Okay, yes, I can. I will answer this. I will also answer it later. I always wanted to do YouTube and do a podcast, right? Especially coming out of high school. That was it. It was to start. I was supposed to start a podcast and YouTube in my first year in college, and I never got it. I never got into it. All I did was post videos that I did in high school and eventually did in college. So doing YouTube now, it's like more clarity. And then I'm getting a consultation telling me the algorithm has changed. And I'm like, oh, wow. I needed that. I needed that information. So doing YouTube now, I see, okay, there's a lot of content creators. And I had help with this, trying to figure out what I want to do. Cause at first I was all over the place. Like, oh, maybe I should just do community things, but it wasn't so specific towards editing. And I was like, and I was talking to that person. I'm like, what about editing? And they was like, okay. Not a lot of Black women do things in film and editing. You don't see that. So you can pop out. The only thing is that there's a lot of white men that do it. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I've seen it. That's my competition. But to be more specific, especially to see more content creators, I get so pissed off when I see what TikTok is doing and Instagram is doing. It pisses me off. They not paying the Black content creators like they should, and it pisses me off. And I'm like, y'all, what they doing is financially abusive. They stealing from you. I'm seeing things like a comedian. It's original content. He's doing original content. But a white content creator, I don't even want to call him a creator, a white social media user, they recreate his original work, and they get more views. They get paid. They get the blue check. And it pissed me off. And then I seen it more than once. And I don't know if y'all remember, but last year the Black content creators that were dancing and making up the dance to all these songs, they did a small strike. I'm like, oh, I already know that's not gonna last. But it was really to the strike where Meg the Stallion came out with the song Hands on My Knees, Shake My on some, yeah. Yeah, I get it. You said, could it be a matter of popularity? A matter of popularity. What you mean by matter of popularity? Towards which situation and concept? Because if this is a matter of popularity, I don't know. It wouldn't be so many people going viral that we don't know about. What just went viral with with the guys. I can't do it, but that foot slide dance, that's going viral now. I didn't know who that was. He should have right now. He should have more views and more followers right now. To white persons getting more publicity. Look, honestly, they always been doing this. It's just making me more mad because you money is involved now. You can monetize your content now. That's what's pissing me off. And the black content creators not getting their fair share. And even fan base, y'all probably not from it. Fan base is another social media. It just came out last year, at the end of last year. And they highlight this situation all the time. Kevin Samuels is on fan base, but he don't post like that because it's still building. They still building the platform slowly, and I think I see potential in it. That's why I quickly went on there when it came out and got my name, got my username. I'm like, I can see a lot of potential. It's black owned. I already seen a lot of posts where they highlight the disparities in content creators. I want to be with them. And I seen other people that I used to talk to on Facebook years ago when I was a teenager, and they like, oh yeah, what's up? Yeah, we been knowing each other and everything. Like, yeah. Guys, when I was on fan base in the audio room, there was so many people from Houston. I was like, oh, I'm from Houston, Jack Yates High School. Yay. It's a lot of people. And it's not a lot of people, but it's like there's certain people on there that y'all might know. But I already know I already know the social media platform is gonna pop off like it should. It's just taking time to slowly build and tweak this and tweak that. That's fine. But until then, I'm gonna be posting. Guys, I already made 22 cents. I already made 22 cents. I never made 22 cents on Instagram or Facebook. I made 22 cents on fan base so far. Grizzly said, I get you. Okay. So going back to my second year in high school when I started the radio class, I discovered SoundCloud. That's when I was doing a lot of recording and things like that, like recording on SoundCloud, which was low quality, and then getting on Adobe Audition software and recording. So until I was doing the recording on SoundCloud until I was able to access Adobe Audition software. The older version, guys. I'm old school. But yeah, like even in a radio class, we did interviews. Interviews was the hardest subject for us. Even I did a horrible job the first time. And the radio teacher was like, hey, y'all need to get this right. We gonna do this again. And we was like, y'all, we gotta lock down this time because we not trying to fail. We not trying to fail. Come on, y'all, let's do this. We got it. Because there was a certain format you had to follow with the intros, the bridges, another bridge, and the outro. And I did. Then we had a assignment, guys, like a real assignment where, okay, a rumor came out that Buns B's wife Bun B is a rapper from Houston. His wife came out with a rumor, oh, uh, Jack Yates is about to sell. They about to sell Jack Yates, and they gonna change the name to Midtown House School. I was like, oh my God, we already know that's a lie, right? But the format was, what if this was true? How would you feel? So I interviewed a student, I interviewed a administrator. And guess what? When I finished the interview and added the music, it wasn't royalty free music. I used Kanye Jesus Walks and another I think another song. But when I was done, the radio teacher was like, "Hey, we're gonna use yours, and it's gonna be on this radio station." I'm like, "What? You're gonna use my interview on a radio station?" Okay, what time should I listen in? This day and this day. Now on that day, my brother had a YMCA basketball game, and I was like, my heart was pumping. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be on the radio. I'm gonna be on the radio. And when we got in the car, I was like, Mama, change the channel, change the channel. My mama was going so slow. I'm like, Mama. And then I heard it. I heard my interview assignment on radio. On the radio. I was so excited. I was so excited. Not only the interviews, guys, but there were celebrities. We met celebrities. We met celebrities like Beat King. He's famous for the Crush song. I was so happy because I remember doing a song a few years ago to his song. I did a dance to his song. I'm like, oh my God. Guys, we took pictures and everything. I was looking a hot mess. I can't retrieve that photo right now. That's all I'm gonna say. But that was I was like, oh my God. Guys, we met Young Gerald from the A. And that's when his popular song came out, FDB. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. If y'all know, y'all know. But FDB was popular coming out, and he did another album called Day 2. He passed out his Day 2 albums, even though it was explicit. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this CD, banging in my room and everything. Grizzly said, "That's dope." Yes, oh my God, it was so amazing. We met Young Joe. It was like a picture of me where we was taking group photos. He had his arm on my. I'm like, damn, man, God dang, like I don't like to be touched like that, but it was like, okay, just for the photo. Bam. All right, Young Joe. Okay, you doing your thing. I was like, oh my God, are you serious? That was so amazing. Guys, I didn't know what Buckhead was. I don't know what Buckhead was called. I was like, okay, that's where you from? All right, cool. I'd never been anywhere until college. But we met, my classmates, they met Sebastian Michaels. He's a singer. They met Young Nation. I missed out on that day because I was sick. I was like, but my classmates had got me a poster. They saved me a Sebastian Michaels poster. I'm like, oh, thank you guys so much. I love you. But they met Sebastian Michaels and Young Nation. I'm like, dang, I wish I would have met Young Nation. I love their music. If you go into my MP3 playlist, all you see is Young Nation, Young Nation, Young Nation. So I'm like, oh my God, I missed out on that. Cause the thing is, as a radio teacher, when you trying to get these big names in, you never know. My radio teacher has taught me, hey, you never know. Like, yes, this is last minute because it's on their time and they popping in. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. So speaking of last minute, we came into class, we saw 3 guests and we walked right back outside. He was like, He was like, were we supposed to have guests? Were we supposed to have guests today? Guys, I was in sweats, looking a hot mess. I wasn't feeling good. I'm like, God dang, I wish he would have told us something so we could have just, more sophisticated. No. 3 guests. Who were these 3 guests? Guys, we had a person named Whiteboard Chris. Whiteboard Chris is known for dancing. And I immediately recognized him. I'm like, oh my God. I was dancing at this time. I'm like, oh my God, that's Whiteboard Chris. I already know who he is. Talking to me, I already know who he is. That's Whiteboard Chris. And they just standing and stuff. Like they was in the room before we got. I'm like, oh my God. And then the other person, I recognized his voice, but I couldn't put a name to it. I recognized his voice. Come to find out, it was T-Wayne. T-Wayne did a lot of songs with Lil Ronnie. These are rappers like local, not really local rappers, but like next to local, because they was in another city in Dallas. And I'm in Houston. I'm like, I listened to him. I'm like, he sounds so familiar. And I was like, oh my God, that's T-Wayne. I'm like, oh my God. What Grizzly say? Let's take a break. What Grizzly said? Lesson of the day. Always just on point when you step in. You are absolutely right. Because this is what I'm going to be doing now. You never know who you're going to meet. Never know. Everything is not promised. I'm like, that's T-Wayne. Oh my, I know him. I listen to his music. I listen to his features. I know him. He was a short little thing. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I was like, and then the last person was Just Brittany. God, Just Brittany was she did a remix with B King on a Crush song. And she did some other type of music I wasn't interested in. But I'm like, I know who you are, girl. I know who you are. The thing that me and my classmates agreed on, she passed out a little card, I guess for to promote her new music. And what did it say on the card, guys? What did it say? It said Queen of H-Town. This is our looks while she passing out the cards. And we make contact. Yo, she's not the Queen of H-Town. I hope she know that, right? Who is the Queen of H-Town? Who is the Queen of H-Town? Beyonce. Beyonce. Beyonce is the Queen of H-Town. So we was like, nah, okay, whatever, throw it away. Hey, come on, Ma. You're reaching too much. So that was that day. I was so excited. And then there was, okay, this is a story, guys. One of the students was talking smack. Was talking about, oh, I bet he can't get Nicki Minaj. And our radio teacher was like, what? Nicki Minaj? You don't know who I can get. You don't know what contacts I can get. I'm like, I'm sitting there like, oh, he can get Nicki Minaj, even though I don't like her like that. I'm like, oh snap, that's a big big one. And it's like, you can't underestimate our teacher like that. You don't know who he has connections with. You don't know that. And then who else did we meet? We met somebody from Bad Girls Club. Guys, I don't know who she was because my mama didn't have cable. And I wasn't at a friend's house watching it. So I'm like, okay, I don't know who you are. Okay, nice to meet you. But she was like bright face, light skin, like a squish face. I don't know, but she was somebody from Bad Girls Club, and a lot of people liked her. I'm like, okay, let's do an interview. It was like a different. It was another class interviewing the upperclassmen interviewing her, and we got to sat in and actually listen to the interview. And then we met somebody else. They came out. I can't think of the song, but they came out with a viral song, and we met them. He was like tall and dark and had his hair long, like maybe in twist, but it was a viral song at that time. And I'm like, oh snap, we meeting him? Okay, okay. It was the best year. I was like, oh my God, we meeting all these people. We going up. We gonna be the best class ever. We gonna be the best class ever. But guess what happened, guys? Towards the end of the year, our radio teacher was like, hey, I need to talk to you guys. Um, they're gonna be cutting the radio class out. I'm like, come again? Like, what happened? What's going on? Oh, they're making budget cuts. We're not the only class that's being cut out. They're gonna cut the auto mechanics program, guys. Yeah, auto mechanics. Um, and cosmetology. Maybe they already cut off the auto mechanics program, but it was the cosmetology. And we went to me and another classmate went to the cosmetology program. This is what we found out from her. We found out that the former HISD superintendent made a statement. The statement was along the lines like, oh, cosmetology is nothing but black women doing hair on the front porch. I'm like, what the hell did he say? I'm mad. I'm fired up. Guys, I already have the activist spirit in me. I'm like, what did he say? Did he really said that? So me and my classmate, we made a petition called Saving the Sound to try to get the radio class back and try to be more active and going to different events so we can get the word out. Shout out to my mama, because that was extra work. I went to an event, a baseball event, because the radio teacher was a baseball coach. I went to him, went to his event. He's like, come here, spread the word. Guys, I was about to play baseball. I was suited up and everything. Had my cleats from 8th grade. I was ready. I was ready. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. I did not get it. But I was thrown. I was like, yeah, like I can keep up, you know. They was like, oh. I was like, yeah, I can keep up. But I'm like, I'm ready to put whatever, because I want to save this radio class in cosmetology. Cosmetology, that's a good learning how to do hair. You can make a business off that, as we know it. So we did that. And I was I went up to Hattie Mae White Center, which is the building for where the HISD board members and superintendent meets, and there's all these meetings and everything. I wrote a speech. When I wore a dress. Either I was in wedges or some flats. Um, I was nervous. I was really nervous going up there. No, it meant that much to me where I'm taking time out to do that, to put energy into writing, to put energy into going there with the help of my mom. And to figure out what to say. And when my minute was up, they said table. I didn't even know what table meant. I had to ask somebody. And it was like, well, table means they not gonna make a decision on it right now. And there was some board member missing. My heart was broken. I'm like, oh my God. That's not the answer I wanted. So the next year, they merged us with the TV. Remember what I said about the TV? It was too damn crowded. Yes. And that TV teacher, he was cool. He let us go back to the radio station, had a key after we did our work, of course, after we did our work for his class, because it was supposed to be like merge, audio visual. But we was the only ones that knew how to work the sounds. We was the last ones to know. Everybody else graduated. So we went to TV class. I was still pissed off. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this work. I'm gonna do the bare minimum. Guess what happened? Like, our one of our first assignments doing was like a eye collaboration where it was different eye clips and we had to merge it in a certain way. I did the bare minimum on that. And then I looked to my classmate, my radio classmate that was in, and he was really enjoying himself, doing it. I'm like, if you having fun, can I have fun? Most likely. Most likely. And I started putting more work in. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this. God, we had Mac computers. Like one row right here, a row in the back, two more rows, another row on the other side of the wall, two more rows. We had Mac computers. We worked on that year we did Final Cut Pro. I don't remember the version, but we did Final Cut Pro. So that's where my experience came from for Final Cut Pro. Was in high school. Like that next editing assignment, I put work in. There was an assignment where we did a commercial for a place called the Gite Gallery. It's very well known in the Third Ward area. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of fun. And I like the gallery as well. So I'm like, okay. Now the critique I got from the magnet coordinator, guys, the former magnet coordinator was awesome. Before they changed, he was the new magnet coordinator. And I'm like, this is the magnet coordinator that dubbed me the Lioness of videography. I'm like, he gave me the critique. And I didn't know him like that. And I'm like, he was like, it's good. But towards the end, the composition went too fast. I'm like, okay, I agree. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. Cause I was like, he was like, da 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 da. And I was like putting each photo with that rhythm. And I was like, okay, yeah, I did. Yeah. Okay. I could have, yeah. Uh-huh. So it was amazing. And then we did another editing assignment. Using Final Cut Pro with an interview following like this high school person that was golfing. And I was like, okay, I can put this together, with the B-roll shots of him swinging or going walking. I was like, okay, I did this. I'm like, okay, I'm getting the hang of it. I'm getting it. And I liked it. I was like, okay, what you do? Okay, you did that? Okay, mine's better. Friendly competition between my classmate and I. We did it. Then there was another assignment where we had to write a short script. Yeah. It was a few pages. It was only a few pages, but writing scripts, guys, I have a whole folder of this, probably like 2-3 different folders where it's talking about certain topics. I'm not going to tell y'all because it's not copyrighted and I haven't produced it. Sorry. Sorry. Y'all guys, you will see it when it comes out in a few years. You just gotta wait on it. And I found it was I enjoyed myself writing scripts. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So I'm like, okay, you got a good story there. I'm like, thank you. And another sign, this is the one that was very popular to the school. It should have been popular in HISD, but they decided to go with another video. So this is what happened, right? So the school was about to start passing out laptops. We had to pay $25 for insurance. Cheap, right? Okay, because we about to switch over, make this big change from using mostly technology in laptops. So he was like, okay, the assignment is y'all gotta make a video to get these students to pay $25 for this laptop. And we called it Power Up. The movement was called Power Up. So we did Power Up video, everything. My classmate chose the song. At first it was another song, but he chose another one. The one that we did. Oh my God, it was so fun. We was like, oh, we did that. Guys, I wrote, oh my God. Hold on. I don't want no copyright issues. That's why I'm muting myself, guys. Hold on. Give me a few minutes. Hey, look, when I moved into this apartment, I already knew. I was already thinking about getting a house. I don't care. I want my own space. Look, hey, sometimes your mic can work too good. And that's all right. That's all right. I'm still crocheting me a pop filter. But anyway, the Power Up video, guys. That was the most popular one. Oh my God. Our group was the best video. Yeah. Because I was in a group, the same group, my classmate. We like this. We was like, okay, let's do this. We got dancers. We got other classmates to dance for us do a little dance. We did that. We did that. Like, okay, like the first thing was recording, okay? We recording. Hey, and we were warning it. It was like, hey, don't touch that mic when you come in here. Don't be slamming that door. Hey, be quiet. Cause we can still the mic still picks up even when the doors close. Be quiet out there, please. And then, my classmates switched up the song and I did not practice yet. And there was another person we brought in that was a underclassman. He was known for rapping and things like that. He was like, okay, let's see, do your verse. I was doing my verse for the first time. I did not mess up. And they was like, okay, we're gonna put you first. I'm like, okay, I'll go. Yeah, they gonna see me first. They gonna see me first. Okay, bet. So, and then it was a lot of other things that I'm not gonna discuss. It was hectic, but it was at the end of the day, it was very fun to do. And that's why we did it. And a lot of people, even when I was coming back to school to visit, they were like, oh, you that girl from that Power Up video. It's like, yes, I'm here to talk to you guys about that. And it was fun. It was very fun. Then we did another video, we broke up into groups, and it was like mock music videos. So we can learn how to do a music video. Basically, right? So my group did TLC. What about your friends? Guys, I was the primary editor. I was so frustrated editing. It was taking forever. I remember one day I was staying after school and I got to catch the bus. Either I got to catch the bus or I got to go to basketball practice. So I'm staying at the school because somebody messed it up. One of my group members messed it up. I'm like, you shifted everything just to do this little part, and your little part do not match up with the audio. What are you doing? Oh, man. I'm like, don't touch nothing again. I'm doing it. Oh, I was just trying to help. No, I'm doing it. You just wanted to edit your part. I'm doing it. You got to be okay with coming out the box, even though you don't like that B-roll. Oh, well, we don't have a lot of B-roll to work with. We don't have more time to go out and do more B-roll. That was the fun. Look, I had fun. I had different outfits out. Your girl refreshed. Your girl was in her Letterman. I was looking cool. I had mixed match shoes on. What's those shoes called? Oh my God, I forgot what the Chuck Taylors. I had the Chuck Taylors on. I had one shoe that was red, one shoe that was black. I did it on purpose because guess who I was? Left eye. I was left eye, so I had to be crazy. So I had like 2-3 different outfits looking crazy, and I didn't care because I knew it had to be done. What was weird was seeing before we started, broke into the groups, was seeing my sister, doing a mock music video. I'm like, oh my God, that's my sister. Guess what? I'm about to be better than you. I'm like, oh yeah. So it kind of turned like a little competition, and I'm like, yeah, I did that. And like I was in it. I was like, okay, guys, we was figuring it out as a group what we're gonna wear. I'm gonna for these certain scenes, this how it goes. It's a lot of components to consider, guys. Sometimes it's just not recording. It's a lot of components that go into it. Thank you, Grizzly. You forgetting about the Converses, Chuck T's? Nah, fam. I'm sorry, Grizzly. I'm so sorry. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. What you said. What you said, Grizzly. That's what I had. It was the low tops. So I had those on. Those was popular. That was still popular back when I was in high school. So I was like, okay, let me do this. And that picture of I was in the we was in another room where it was like good lighting. Oh, even with the lights turned off, I took a picture with the lights on and the regular lights turned off. And I took a picture, in my outfit with the red leather pants and the black crop top. And I was like, sekhamethyst. Sekhamethyst. That's my name. Sekhamethyst. And I just kept saying it, sekhamethyst, sekhamethyst. And I went into the program where I do my thumbnails now, and I put in, wrote text sekhamethyst, and I posted it. Hey, this is my name now. That's how I got that name. That's the picture that inspired that helped me get that name. So I'm like, oh my God, it was fun. Guys, it is fun. I had fun. You can have fun in pre-production, in production, and post-production. All throughout the process. I guarantee it because I've done it. And it's amazing. And I will continue to do it. Even though it's like serious money, like, nah, do this. You still having fun because you're creating. You guys are content creators. You are creating and you are happy. You find joy in what you do. So that's pretty much the end of my 3rd year in high school. The next year, we had a different video teacher. And guess what was happening? Guys, they was about to start rebuilding the school. So they started off with the SOC wing, the School of Communications wing. And we was like, oh, we got to move. They moved all that equipment to upstairs to the main portion of the building and upstairs to the 2nd floor. I'm like, dang, that's a lot of equipment. Because in TV, you got all these cameras, tripods, the studio, like where you can do interviews, or a couch and everything. We had that. Then for radio, we just got the new studio. We got the new radio studio. They gotta move that. Undo everything. The Mac computers. But it looked fantastic after everything was moved. I was helping move. Me and my other classmates, we was helping move some stuff. And it was amazing. It was better than ever. Like, we had got more new equipment. The magnet coordinator showed us. The video teacher showed us. And guess what, guys? The radio program was back. But here's the catch. We're seniors. We can't be back in the radio program. We were like, that's something. But we were still allowed by the new radio teacher to go in a radio studio when we had time and when she was there. She unlocked the radio studio for us, and we'll go in and do our thing. There was even a time where we did a live interview with the principal, and her class came in and watched, and I was interviewing the principal along with my classmate. Like, hey, a lot of students wants to know this. Like, why we can't go off campus to eat? And it was like, basically, sorry, no. The answer is no. We can't allow that because we are still liable for you. I'm like, well, they heard it. They got their answer, So it was tough for them because, hey, I was sneaking off campus to get some food. It was, especially after doing my work. I'm like, I'm gone. Bye. I'm hungry. So shout out to Wendy's and Burger King. I didn't do Y'all know what I'm talking about for the people that know. On Scott Street, y'all know. Y'all comment. Y'all when you see this, y'all make sure y'all comment. Grizzly said something else. It was same for us, but we was sneaking out on a regular. I was too. What? It was just. I was a good girl, but then I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna do it. I I just gotta make sure I don't get caught. That's it. I never got caught. I never got caught. I don't know what about these other people, but I never got caught. So it was like sneaking through the back way, knowing which way to go, know when to go, because yeah. But the people that was at my school during that time, y'all know. So but my senior year, I'm like, okay, what's this new TV teacher working with? What he's doing? What he doing? Guys, we had a green screen room. Just by itself, green screen with the big cameras on the rolling tripods. That was one separate room. Another separate room, there was the studio, the TV studio where they started producing shows, morning news shows for in the morning. Like when they get up and do the pledge and everything, there was a team for that. And I loved it. I loved them. Oh my God, they did their thing. Oh my gosh. There was a teleprompter. I was he was the TV teacher was teaching me the teleprompter. I'm like, okay, I don't really want to do this, but okay, I'll learn. And because it was like, oh, you can go between graphics. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. But I don't want to be on this side. Give me something else. But we did that. It was so amazing. The technology was amazing. This is on the second floor in regular rooms, regular classroom, guys. Then another room. There was the Magna made it specifically for the DaVinci Resolve room. I went in there, I'm like, he was like, yeah, this is the best for color grading. I'm like, just taking my breath away. I'm like, yo, I should be dead right now. I should be dead right now. He's like, yeah, this is top notch. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at it. You don't have to say nothing, sir. This is good quality equipment. I'm like, I went home looking up DaVinci Resolve. I'm like, dang, I can't afford that. And I'm like, it was like I remember a little mouse scroller that he was using for the color. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. We can do so much more now. In one of the videos, we did do the green screen where I was just like, I didn't film it. Our TV teacher filmed it because it was for a contest and we was running out of time. So he filmed it for us. Guys, we didn't know we was going to win. We knew we had the best video out of the school, but we was told from the Magna Quarter that we won the contest because we competing with other people too. We didn't see what they had. So it's like, okay, we won, okay, and they gave us our money. Yes, it was a cash prize, and we split it. And I went to Mom, Mama, we won. I got some money. And of course, she asked, like, okay, give it to me. Let me put it in your bank. Y'all know how parents are. So I'm like, oh, I was so happy going home with that envelope in my hand. We split it. We put in the work. We used royalty-free music. We put our songs together, our verses together. Because it was like one time, like one of my team members, he was like, he said his verse, and the TV teacher was like, oh, no, that ain't going to work. And I was like, and he got mad. And I'm like, he got upset. Not mad. He got upset. I'm like, hold on. Let me listen to it again. And I'm like, no, that's fine. That's perfect. You good. Because instead of like doing like the cliche because of this, the cliche, because other people was doing like pregnancy and yeah, that other stuff. And I'm like, how about this, guys? Let's do fitness. It works. So I did my verse. They was like, okay. And they started writing their verse. I'm like, yeah, let's put this together now. So we went into radio studio, we recorded on my laptop, and I put it together. I mixed it. Yeah. Recorded and mixed it. I'm like, okay. And then he was like, okay, y'all gotta film. Come on, let's film. I think we didn't know about. I don't think we knew we was gonna film that day. I was just looking. Okay, I got my Yeti shirt on and stuff like that. And my I don't even. Oh, okay, what Grizzly said? Let me go back to your the the Converses. I was in the Converses again. Red Converses. Okay, hope I said that right, Grizzly. Grizzly said our spot was literally across the road from the school. Our spot was on the same side of the school, unless people wanted to go to McDonald's because we are in between two colleges. We right here, Jack Yates, and then we got Texas Southern University, and we got U of H. And we couldn't really go to TSU because we'll get caught. That's easy to get caught. People find us. So I don't know if a lot of people went to TSU. And that was like in the front of the school at the time. So we was like go to the back of the school. The back of the school, it was Wendy's, Shipley's, Burger King, Wingstop, Subway. I love Subway. That was my best friend. But Wendy's and stuff like that to get the cheaper meals and Burger King. And then on the other side, more further down, like if the students had cars, they'll go to McDonald's close to U of H. I'm like, well, I ain't walking that far now. No, no, no. So that, oh my, yeah, Grizzly. Hey, Mies Watches. Hello, welcome. He said at Amethyst, hey, what's good? What's good? I am telling my backstory of how I got here. This is the first part. So we almost about to wrap up. Thanks for coming. So yeah, that fourth year, oh my God. It was like work hard. The equipment was wonderful. It was wonderful. We had so that was 4 different rooms for specifically for TV. One room in itself was just for the classroom for audio and visual, and then there was a separate room for the radio studio, and then there was another class for the radio classroom where they teach. So that was a lot of rooms now that I think about it. I'm like, dang, I know, we the only program in HISD to do this. We good at it. The TV teacher wanted us to do start doing working on scripts for a cable show where we doing news. I think I seen a little bit of that. I think they already started it, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I'm not sure if they still going, but yeah, it was some big things popping. So during that year, that's when we started using Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects. I was like, okay, I kind of like this. So we learned that. I got mad when he started teaching D.W. Griffith. I was like, man, why are we learning this? I'm mad. Like, I don't want to learn this. He was like, well, for this effect. I'm like, dang, I get it now. I get it now. Okay. Visual representation, media representation. And that's was like more focused on, starting looking at this and like how are we presented? horrible. Oh my God, no. I don't like it. I don't like it. What I'm seeing right now. It's starting to get better, but there's still a lot more improvement. So let's take a pause. Needs watches said, I'll watch the replay then. Ha ha. All right, Needs watches. Thank you so much for coming in. And I hope you enjoy my story. And so, guys, that fourth year, Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe After Effects, even Adobe Illustrator. Oh my God. I tried that. I'm like, this not working. He was like, yeah, you can start drawing. Now do this and do that. I'm like, you can draw this character. Cause I was watching Total Drama Island, and he wanted me to replicate that scene that I stopped on onto Adobe Illustrator. I started doing it. I probably only got the face and I left. I'm like, no, sir. This is graphic design. Leave me alone, sir. He's just like kept pushing us so he can bring the best out of us. I'm like, no, this is not for me. I already can't draw. Like, stop it. What are you doing? Cause you was kind of persuasive there. He was like, yeah, you can do this on Illustrator and make it and animate it and make it move. I'm like, that's cool, but I don't want to do that. Thanks for the information. And I'm like, guys, I was watching Total Drama Island in class. Oh my gosh. But I already did my work. He was just trying to push me more. Push all of us more. What else we did in that class? In that class, we also did Adobe After. This is the assignment he wanted us to work on. He was like, you know how it is in Star Wars? Well, for each frame, you gotta put it in the correct position for each time that move. A frame, guys, there's minutes, seconds, then frames. There's usually 24 frames in a second. Who about to do all that work? Not me. I'm like, we was like, oh no, not this man again. Come on now. What he doing to us, man? Come on. Each second. I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. He was like, yeah, this is what you got to do to get that effect. I'm like, no, So then it was this time. We had to do a website towards the end of the school year. A website. Yes, guys, a website. And I was already working on somebody else's website, and I was like, okay, it's time to do my own. And in another video, I'm gonna show you guys my website and what I had and everything. But a whole website, the homepage, the contents, the contact us. I think I had the best website out of that class because he was like, okay, let me see your work. Nobody wanted to like a week to do that website. I was doing it at home, in class, because we had to present. Guys, the seniors had to present it, especially the seniors. They had people, professionals coming in doing that event, professionals from 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 photography to journalism to media to yeah, they had it. I'm like, oh my God. So I dressed up during that day. We was in the hallway, the main hallway. I dressed up. I'm like, do. Everybody came. I was like, yeah, this is my website. Everybody wanted to see the videos I had. And I put some of those videos, like we did the teacher interviews. I put work up from outside of school. I'm like, yeah, this is what everybody liked the power of it. Oh, can I see the power of it? Yeah. Oh, can I see what about your friend? Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I like that. Yeah. And it was like, okay, thank you guys for coming by, being professional. Guys, there was a guy that came from Fox TV News. Either he was the president or vice president, but he came from Fox TV News. That's big. That's one of the major networks. I'm like, oh snap. Oh, for another story, I'm gonna mention him in another story, another video too. But I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? He was like, in the Madden coordinator, was like, yeah, we serious about this. I'm like, okay, we trying to get y'all career ready. I'm like, okay, right on. Now the best thing that has happened from my fourth year, my senior year in that TV class was I did a video, a Black Panther video, the animation. I used pictures from Black Panther animation show, and I got the theme song, the whole theme song. I learned the lyrics, played it in my ear, uh, memorizing the lyrics, learning how to articulate it because it's a different language. I think it's made up. I think it's a made up language, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm learning it. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Bam, put it on. I use Movie Maker. I didn't use Adobe Premiere. I use Windows Movie Maker. And I was just doing it in class and working on it. And the teacher came up from behind me. I'm like, God damn, man, you gotta stop doing that. You scaring me. And he was like, yeah, that's very good. Now, if you get in Adobe and animate it, yeah, that'll be popping. I'm like, what? It's just a video I'm doing. This is not even for your class. I'm just doing this for leisure. Because I like Black Panther now. I just saw the whole animation. I like it now. I'm a fan. What I did not understand was Black Panther was about to come out the next year. I did not know that. He probably knew because he saw a lot of potential in it. And guys, I have like over, I had got over like 100,000 views. I did not know it was gonna pop off like that. I did not know. That is my most viewed video. I'm like, I saw it. I saw a lot of people start. I saw more people starting to comment and everything. Cause I did the tags too and everything. So I can, cause I was learning like, okay, I want my video to be seen, you know. And I'm like, oh snap. I could not keep up with the comments, even though I was still getting notifications and emails from it. I could not keep up. I'm like, well, and I read the comments in my email. I'm like, okay, whatever. Oh, whatever. You know, and then it was like, and then Black Panther came out that next year. I'm like, oh, snap. And I got so many more views when it was coming out. I'm like, oh, snap. That's what he was trying to show me. That's what he was trying. That's what that teacher was trying to show me. I'm like, cause I changed the color, made like glass pop out and everything, and it's on this page too. And I also have my previous YouTube linked as well, so y'all can see the original comments and everything, and what a lot of people had to say. And through that, that's how I found out Chadwick Boseman died. And I had to look it up, and they was correct. And I'm like, dang. And that, I was like, I would have never thought that video would go viral. Never, ever. I'm like, dang, okay. Guys, that's what happened in high school. This is what mostly happened in high school. I have a passion for it now. I already know what I'm going to school for. Radio, TV, film. I major in radio, TV, film. You know, over there, Texas is called radio, TV, film. Yeah. The school I'm at now is called Film and Media. Close enough. So, it's 2022 now. Yeah, I started high school in 2012 and it's been 10 years since then. So even when I wasn't in college during that time, I was still doing things. I even amazed my ex-husband on doing like the lyrics to Rihanna Stay With Me. I put lyrics on there and making it flow so easily. He was like, "You did it in this amount of hours, a few hours?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm done." Yeah. He was like, "Wow." I was like, "It was easy." And I'm like, "Well, so it's like when you have a general format and you have practice of it and you practice that general format, like my general format is fade in, fade out. I already know I want to do that. And most of the time, I'm going to want to add background music, royalty free background music, so you won't get no copyright strikes, right? That's my general format. And always in my mind, knowing or writing it down, which is best, knowing where I want to clip it, where I want to end it. It helps a lot. And even in the cases where I don't know how to do a specific effect or editing, I have access to LinkedIn Learning to go learn it. Luckily, because I'm a student at another institution in Texas. So I got that deal, and I'm like, oh, yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Guys, I am so excited. I will be doing part two very soon. Part two of my background story will be covering my college years and up to now. So y'all can just see my journey and like, okay, I see where she's coming from. I just want to build trust with this very beautiful community. And that is it for today. Oh my gosh, thank you, Grizzly and These Watches, for coming. Thank you to everyone else that watches this video. Like, comment, and share. It is greatly appreciated. Remember, struggle streaming ain't no joke, but I'm the one to give you hope.